Okay, this is a live stream, and it's a private one. This is Meri at the.meri.atelier, and I'm starting this out as being a private one. I was in a chat stream this morning. Now I'm getting some, maybe my autofocus needs. Let's go to my camera settings because I'm seeing some autofocus problems here. Let's go to my camera settings. And come on. Go out there and see if my settings are, it takes a bit for it. I seem to have a slow connection speed, although I did check. I did check. Where am I here? Come on, don't do that to me. Come on, I want to get to my... There we go. It takes a little bit of time for those camera settings to come up. But we want to see if my autofocus is on. And that would be in my advanced, and it is. So I want to permanently turn that off. And of course, the phone is ringing, so let's mute this. Okay, I'm looking at my autofocus, and I want to turn it off. So I believe I did. So I don't have that problem. And I think I solved the problem with the movement. Now, did I solve the jerkiness problem? That's the thing. And the slow speed. However, well, if I move my hands real fast, it's going to blur anyway, but it shouldn't be jerking. Now, I didn't notice it during my streams jerking. I noticed it in the replay. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and end this stream and let it process. I should do something out here, even though it's private. Maybe I'll just talk about my journal a little bit. Maybe just do a flip through, talk about, I think I got my camera set up, except for I need to realign everything on my desk. Right now I got my laptop sitting here, and that's taking up a lot of desk space. Because I've got over here, I've got paint and my paintbrush water that needs to be washed out, extra paintbrush, my hand sanitizer. You know, I just, the laptop is in my way and I don't want to get it messed up. Off to the right, I have an old kitchen cart that has paint and my heat gun, my just everything on it. And I think I'll take that off and put my laptop off to the right. You won't even be able to see it. And that makes a lot of sense to me, because if I have to hook up, if the jerkiness problem is not solved by changing that setting in my Google Chrome that Linda told me about today, if that does not solve the jerkiness problem, then then I need to go out and maybe try hooking up the HDMI cord to my browser, because I'm still going wireless. I'm still wireless. I'm using my Wi-Fi. I might need to hardwire my laptop to my router. And I did buy, when I got the settings, the camera and everything, I did get an HDMI cable. And I think I got it long enough. I got it several feet long. So like 25, 30 feet, and I don't need that much in here. So I will be doing that later this afternoon. So I'm just going to, this is a private stream. I'm just talking to myself. And what I want to do is a flip through. Let's see, it'll help get used to this too. I want to do a flip through of my journal just to see how this jerkiness is going to be solved. This will be for the month of January. I made this myself. It's not a composition book. It's a little bit larger. It's an 11 by 17 paper. You can buy 11 by 17 paper, and all I did was fold it in half. And then I did the pamphlet stitch on the side. And I'm going to do one of these for every month. Well, as I got working in this, I was also fussy cutting a history book called The Age of Exploration. And I said, oh, idea. I'm going to every month, whatever I'm fussy cutting, I'm going to make it the theme of the month. So this month, that fussy cut was from the history book, Age of Exploration. I'm thinking in February, I'm going to do a needlecraft magazine. That's February of 1909 or something like that. I think I'll have enough in there, but if I don't, I'll go look for some other. I might have another February edition of it. We'll see. Edition. But this one was old and falling apart. I showed it in one of my live streams. So I'm just going to thumb through here, and every month I'm going to make one of these. And next month is going to be February. So yeah, I need to get busy on making one. I think I'm going to add a few more pages in February because I'm having to conserve my space in here. Today's the 18th, and I'll tell you, I'm filling this up. So I have a calendar. The first 2 weeks are here, and then I have some ATCs. And I did a flip through this morning in a live stream. This is just private. I'm really just doing this flip through as practice, but also to test the jerkiness of this stream. So, and then I got this brilliant idea of putting a full-size page over, because I like to write. I actually do like to journal. And I do personal journaling, and I like keeping it in my art journal. This is kind of like a day book art journal. It's kind of my thoughts, my ideas, my art journaling, what I'm accumulating, what I get inspired with, even what I'm planning for my next stream. So ATCs that I made this ATC down here from a background paper that I did in Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozen, and then I went in and added. And ATC coins, a little cutout, fussy cut image of an explorer. I did some ATCs over here. I like to do my ATCs right in my journal, and then in the back, I document them in the back. So if I ever want to trade an ATC, then I can cut it out and have the documentation on the back. And if I want to mount it, you know, like this is just copy paper. This is actually graph paper. So it's really not all that strong. So if I want to mount it on something, I would copy all this information off before I glued it down. So this is another journaling page over here. And this is, I've journaled on the back there. This is kind of all daily diary, not diary, just thoughts and what happens. And I copy down the word of the day. I don't put the weather in it. So, and these are some ATCs that I found when I was going through my fussy cuts this morning. I think I made these last year, but I like how the black and the gold goes with this. And here is some list of what I was planning list I was going to do in my live streams, and a card that I made here. I have fussy cuts inside of it. No, I actually have things to do on a ATC. But this is, you know, I was wanting to show it to the computer. I have to show it to the camera. This is a card that I made, again, with the background paper from the Dirty Dozen that Aunt Beck did one week. And I made cards, and I actually put these in the envelopes from the winners of the Traveler's Notebooks. So there's that. I'm going to save this out and put it with the next fussy cut and the next ATCs that I'm going to do. Here's some postcards that were sent to me by Beetle Chick. And maybe in one of these live streams that I do, one of these impromptus, I will make some postcards to send out, because I want to send some replies back to Beetle Chick, and I might send one to Sherry Lynn, even though she sent me. Maybe I'll do an ATC on a postcard. Huh. That's a possibility, Sherry Lynn. You could, if I do a postcard like this and just block out the ATC and do an ATC on a postcard. Idea. I left my idea stamp in by my recliner. So here's the other thing. I'm thinking that I'm going to order some pouches or pen holders. Not pen. I need the pouch to go with this, but it gets so thick. We'll see what I can get from Shannon Green. I would like the pouch because I'd like the, I want tape. I want my glue stick. I want my pens. I want my stamp and ink, because now here I've got an idea. I've got an idea here. I'll put in an ATC on a postcard, and if I don't jot it down, I lose it. I lose it. So let's jot this down. And you know, all my Post-it notes are have floated away. I do have an ATC here. Do I have one that's not a regular ATC size? Do I have a scrap? Yeah, here's a scrap. Here's a scrap. Let's write this down while I'm thinking of it, or I'll forget. I'm just going to draw my light bulb, and then I'll come back in and journal it when I get in. That's a light bulb. This is a light bulb. And I'm going to put ATC. Shall I put embedded? I'm going to put embedded. That will just give me something to work off of. In postcard. I'd like to be able to have it so she could punch it out, but I'm not sure that would work. And I think this might be too thick to do it that way. So I might just draw it on there and she could cut around it. I would say cut on this line. That would be interesting. I'm going to have to try that. ATC embedded in postcard. We'll just put that there, and I'll come back to that thought later. So here's the ATC that Sherry Lynn sent me, and of course more personal journaling underneath, documenting these ATCs that I created right here in my book. And I was really worried when I did this. I thought these little bubble embellishments were going to cause a problem writing. They don't. I can write. I didn't have any trouble writing the documentation on the back. So flip the page. This is the next page that I'm going to work on. And I'm going to put these, I got these in Happy Mail. See, I'm wanting to show this to my laptop, and I should be showing it to my camera. I got these in Happy Mail. It looks like somebody painted one out here. So I might try that in here. But look, these could even be inspiration for doodles. Interesting. But I'm going to use them on ATCs. And then if this works with no choppiness, I might come back again and do an impromptu live and build this ATC packet. I got it in Happy Mail from somebody. I don't know who sent this to me. If you recognize it as Happy Mail you sent to me, speak up. I'm going to build this ATC in one of my impromptus, I think, just for the fun of it. So let's put that there. This is where I was experimenting with writing on black project paper. I like the white on the black, but this project paper is pretty thin. I poked through it right here. You can't see it because I've got a pocket on the other side. So I'm going to try some other things with black and white papers, but we'll leave that for another day. Here's another list for a live stream, and I have to do my one for tonight. And here is just some that I did on Tuesday and Thursday and Monday of this week. I should put Fridays down there too. Let's put Friday. Friday. This is just testing. This is a private stream. I'm testing to see how choppy will be on the replay. I don't see, it seems like my motion, if I go real fast, but it seems like the motion for it, as I'm watching it on my laptop seems to be pretty good, but it's the replay that gets me. So we'll see. Friday, January 18th, 2019. I got 19 on all of these. And I'm going to put testing camera. And check that. And testing camera. I started start doodle pick prompt cards. I did that this morning. And I flipped, I'm just going to put fussy cut flip because I went through my fussy cuts looking for kitty cats. Fussy cut flip. All right, so there's that. Blank page, blank page. Oh, actually, this is journaling. I guess I don't care if you saw that. It's not too much on it. I do have idea. Let's put this back over here. I was journaling on that this morning. I do right here. This is my idea stamp that I stamped out here. I'm just getting my ink to working, flowing here. But Mina said, "Oh, Meri, you need gold ink." Well, this is the gold pigment ink right here, and it did not stamp out that great. But maybe I just didn't have enough on my stamp. And so this is Orange Marmalade Distress, and it comes out looking gold. So I think I'll probably use that. But here again, I need to keep it with my journal. So as I go through the months, I might be getting a pouch of some sort to, I have this folder. I have this folder, and I like this folder for the strength. It's a nice cardboard mailing folder. It's what I sent out the TNs in. But I don't think I can put much in that. So I might get me a pouch of some sort. I don't want a lot of bulky stuff. Let me put this on here. One thing with these bobby pins, you have to learn how to put them in. There. I'm starting my Friday morning journaling there. So here I just did a pick 10 with Lisa on Monday night, and I like keeping it in this journal. This is watercolor paper. It's just a little bit shorter, but I'm even liking it shorter. I didn't like it when I made it, but I like it now. And these are fussy cuts from that Explore book. I think the next book I fussy cut, I don't like keeping the text with the pictures, but I think I'll save more text. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to correlate it with the pictures, but I will. Because I know this is Columbus, but I forgot who this was. Somebody suggested maybe it was Copernicus. It might be Magellan. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is. Of course, this is a boat, and this was just an illustration. So I don't think that's anybody specific. And here's a Dirty Dozen. This is a bonus pick 10 that Aunt Beck did in her Wednesday night live stream. Yay! So I got one from Aunt Beck and one from Lisa. These are from my doodle challenges over here. We're going to do more doodle challenge tonight. Doodle challenge number 2. I'm having fun with these. And then I get to blank pages for the rest of the month. And as you can see, this is the copy paper. It's fairly thin. And this is the back. This is the project paper. It came in a roll. And I got it at Hobby Lobby. They have all sorts of project paper. And I picked the black because I wanted to do white on black. But I don't like that it's so glossy. But maybe that's just my preference. I would like to be able to find some, well, and I know it's out there, it's just not retail, black 11 by 17 paper. And I don't want cardstock, although I might revert to cardstock if I can't find anything else. Here's the graph paper that I use, and here's the copy paper. This is a fussy cut that I did reverse collage on fussy cut following Dee Dee Willingham's technique. And here I've done reverse collage ever since I started streaming, but I always did it in a book. And we might get one of those out tonight and start playing in those books again so I can get them finished, because I'm getting to the point that I can do that. And then these are this is the snow globe that I'm doing for Anne. I'm going to come in here and do some more sketching. Excuse me, some more sketching. And these are the fibs of days that I'm organizing clear to the end of the month. And then there's 4 extra ones because I wanted to finish out the page. And here's just an inspire page and out of a magazine image that inspired me. And I have another one that maybe I'll put in here because I wanted you, and I also want to do this year I want to do, I have to print out the list. That's another thing I want to do is set up the printer. But I want to do the scavenger hunt. And my scavenger hunt is going to take place. I mean, it's going to be all year. But I'm going to try to do a scavenger hunt in at least some of the monthly signatures. But this I'm going to do in abandoned places. This is, I was wanting to turn it around. This is eggshells. And of course it says gentleness doesn't get work done unless you happen to be a hen laying eggs. And of course, see, they had to pick the little chickies had to peck their way out of the eggshells. So I'm going to do an abandoned places page here. To turn this image into a paint by number masterpiece, purchase a kit from Kentucky-based Easy 123 Art. So this is somebody else's art. This is not my art. But this is art that I got out of a magazine, and I'm just putting it in my art journal and then I'll do abandoned places around it. So I'm not claiming that art. It's really in my own personal art journal type art. It isn't anything I'm selling. So, and then I get to the fib sketch a day. And I had the paint here, and I'm really interested to see how my sketching is going to go over this. This is just Deco Art white paint here. And this is where I am on my sketch of days, and there's nothing for it. I checked again this morning. So hopefully they'll get next week's prompts out. They're busy. Life gets busy. We get it. But the bridge and this bird hanging upside down. I'll tell you, yesterday I was feeling like that bird hanging upside down trying to eat its breakfast. Everything was crashing in on me yesterday. I'm going, that little bird, he has to hang upside down to eat his breakfast. Or maybe he's just talented and can do that on his own. So, and this is my first 12 sketches of hashtag fib sketch a day. Now, as I look at this boy in my camera, I always knew that looking in a mirror, you can see perspective a lot better. Now, as I look at this head on, the perspective does not bother me. But as I look at it in the camera, this kind of bothers me. But I'm wondering if I actually looked at the photo, if it would look the same way. It's very interested to see things in mirror image. Your eyes interpret things differently. So here's my other sketches. And then this is a list of the Fib Sketch a Day for January. And these are the books. Now, I've only got 2 books read so far in January. I have another book checked out, but I think I read that book before. I should get it out and check. I figure 2 books a month. I mean, some people are voracious readers. I mean, they'll read a book a day or a book a week or 3 books a week, something like that. I like to read, but I've been so busy this week that I've really have only completed 2 books. And if I only get 2 done, maybe I'll get 5 done. And these are historical novels. So I like historical novels because I like history. Heads You Win is kind of like it takes place in the 1960s through 2000 and whatever. And it's a novel. It's a fictional novel. It's interesting. It's about a young boy and his mother who escaped from the KGB after the KGB eliminated his father, the young boy's father. It's an interesting book. And then The Tattooist of Auschwitz is, of course, about Nazi Germany and the German prisoner who was assigned to put the tattoos on their arms. So it's interesting. So, and then this is the last, that's just I'm Bible a day, read Bible a day. I'm trying to get through a Bible reading every day. So that's my own spiritual quest. So that's where I'm at. Now, I had left, did I put that in here? See this page I want to put this out this way. I changed that around when I put this. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to make a little flag out of this because I want to be able to open this journal up to this page when I get ready to do this page. I'm going to do this ATC. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video because the whole purpose of me doing this was to see, I changed that Chrome setting, and I want to see if my video, when it processes, if it's still choppy. It was very, very choppy, and I had a pink line at the bottom of the video, and I want to see if that's gone. So there's a couple of other things that if this doesn't work, that I'm going to try. So I've been going for almost 28 minutes, going on 28 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, and let's see what happens. I will see you on the next page.